What's up guys, I'm Brody Boese with the Outdoor News Junior Pro Team. Today is one of my favorite videos to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about shed hunting. This is one of my favorite times to get out and explore. Shed hunting is a great excuse to get out and experience the woods in the spring. Shed hunting season happens in the midwinter, normally around February and March, in the areas where I like to spend my time. For hunters, finding these shed antlers is a great tool to keep history of how healthy your buck population may be in your area and how those bucks you've been chasing are growing each season. But also it's fun to just get out and find these antlers. Another thing is a lot of people like to go and get those shed antlers from deer that you've been chasing from the past seasons, or also keep history of the deer you may be chasing. You know, a big thing is where to look. There is no exact method on where you will be guaranteed you will find a pile of antlers. The best technique is to put in the miles, keep your eyes scanning, and expect the unexpected. But a couple of tricks to help you train your eye to spot those antlers is to bring an antler out with you. Toss it out in front of you. See where it lands. Maybe it lands in tall grass. Maybe it might land out in front of just a field. But it's to help train your eye what you are looking for. Not necessarily the whole shape of the antler, but it might be a tine. It might be tines sticking out of the snow. It might be tines, maybe the antler upside down. So not necessarily the whole entire antler. This may help you find a couple more antlers this season. I've also found the best weather for shed hunting is on a cloudy day. This is where the white glimmer of a shed antler will pop the best. A lot of the shed antlers are a little more white that time of year. When the antler's been laying out in the sun, it turns white. So the best time, during the sun, when the sun's shining really hard on a sunny day, it's hard to see the white glimmer of an antler. If you're a serious shed hunter, just know you're gonna be putting in some miles. You're gonna be walking a lot. You're gonna be scanning. You're gonna be doing a lot of walking, that's for sure. So don't waste your time. Consider spots where deer move through. So you don't want to waste your time. If you know where deer are in the area and you know there's a lot of deer there, there's a good chance there's going to be shed antlers. During the winter, you're going to want to look for food. You're going to want to look for those areas that deer are always there during the winter season. So this is where you're going to probably see, or you're going to find a few more shed antlers. Don't waste your time just going out in the field and thinking that you're going to find one, or there's no deer traffic there, or there's no deer there. Just don't waste your time. You're going to put in a lot of miles, so the best thing you could do is find out where the deer are the most. Another place I like to look is fence crossings. If you see a high traffic area along fences, or there's deer walking along this fence line, this is where you may find another shed or two. A lot of the deer, when they jump, the impact of their landing when they jump over the fence may cause them to drop an antler. Or if they go under the fence, their antlers get caught in the fence. It's like a loose tooth. If it's loose enough, the fence is gonna grab it, it's gonna knock it off. So any little impact, or if you know where they're gonna be jumping over a log or a fence, or anywhere that they may, a little bit of impact may cause them to lose an antler, or that's just another area I would look. Another thing is to look for food sources, big or small, it does not matter. If the deer are in there eating, that's where the shed antlers are gonna be. That's where they may drop their antlers. So focus in time and look around where deer have been grazing. Those evenings, couple little secrets that I like to do is go out in the evening and drive around. Go see where those deer may be. An evening drive is not bad. You drive around and start looking in those fields, or just driving out in the country and you see deer, it's not bad to go knock on a door and ask if you can go shed hunt. Another thing is bedding areas. During this time of year, a lot of deer like to lay on those south-facing slopes. They like where the sun is gonna hit them the most. They like warmth. It's gonna be cold. So you want that sun, if you were a deer, you want that sun to be hitting you all day long to keep a little more warmth. So that's where a lot of deer may drop their antlers as well. So it's good to go check bedding areas and other areas where deer are gonna be grazing or be laying during the day. Here's another important thing is now gear. Now, when you're out shed hunting and looking for these shed antlers, big or small, you're gonna be putting on some miles. So a good thing is to wear a good pair of boots. You're gonna want some boots that are gonna be hiking boots. You're gonna wanna put some boots on that you feel that you can put some miles on. Be comfortable. Here's another thing, is the backpack. The reason I bring pack is I want to bring snacks, I want to put water, I want to be hydrated, I want to be fed. I want to make sure I have everything I need in there. But another thing is I want to put my binoculars in there. But also you're going to want to save some room. Don't put a lot of stuff in there, because once you start finding sheds, you only have 2 hands. You only have so many places you can put them. So it's good to maybe get a backpack you can put a strap on it, a bungee cord, something to where you can strap a few more antlers on there. You know, with this backpack, you know, I can strap a couple sheds on it. So it's always good to have a backpack and put some sheds on it. You know, bring some snacks, water, optics, extra layers, including a warm hat, gloves, dry socks in case your feet get wet, a compass, and of course, make sure you bring a pack that has room for all those shed antlers you'll find. Oh, look at that. Right here. Nikki and I've been walking right along this river here, and dude, look at that. That's cool. But look how cool this spot is. Like right next to the bonfire. Oh, dude, I thought I was like literally joking with you there. And you just found yours right over here. That's the coolest part.
Yeah, real close. There you go, buddy.
Boom. You know, once you start shed hunting, everything's gonna start looking like an antler. And that's the last thing you wanna do, is walk all the way over there and find out it's a stick or a leaf or a weed or whatever it may be. And that's the last thing you want. So always bring your binoculars with, because you want to be able to stop out in the middle of the field, or maybe you're walking through the woods and you think it's an antler, and you can look out with your optics and see what that is before you walk all the way over there. So bring a good pair of binoculars, and it makes shed hunting a little more fun. You know, another big thing, this is one of my little tips and tricks here, is my maps. You know, using technology is a quick way to gather intel before you head out. You know, there are plenty of hunting maps on the market today that can help you get access to landowner information, property boundaries, and aerial topography imaging. Now, that's another big thing I like to do before I hit the woods. Also, don't trespass on private property. Trespassing even just to pick up a shed antler is still trespassing. And you have to be responsible, to be ethical at all aspects of being a sporting enthusiast. It is no different than walking into someone's property to go hunting. Always ask permission before you walk into someone's property to go hunting. What do you do if you find a dead buck with antlers still attached? In Minnesota, if you happen to find a deceased buck that is still holding its headgear, you can't legally take it without a possession tag. In other states, laws vary on this rule. So it's important to do a little research before you head into the woods to do some shed hunting. Ask your local DNR office for more information. Now remember, the biggest thing to remember when it comes to trying out shed hunting is just to get out and enjoy the outdoors with family and friends. Remember to share your hunting pictures with the Outdoor News Junior Pro Team and jpt.com, and using the hashtag JuniorProTeam when you post your pictures. For more information on the Outdoor News Junior Pro Team, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to get out and do some shed hunting this season. Have fun and be safe.